You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
Tevin, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 109 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And guys, please make sure you head over to SZN Podcast, which is our Instagram, or SZN Pod, which is the Twitter. There's a link in the bio on both Twitter and Instagram, and that link will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you like your audio, or SZN YouTube channel is also there. Links there if you like your visuals. Make sure you go like, subscribe, leave a good review, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, Flowz, another week. Here we are. We got some fights to review, some good fights to review. Let's delve straight in. Yeah, I don't know. What do you want to start? Do you want to start with Friday's action, or do you want to start with home and then head over to the US, or do you want to take it in chronological order?
Yeah, let's start with Friday.
Okay,
that way.
Cool. Shakur Stevenson, Robson Conceição. We said last week that, listeners, don't be surprised if you see Shakur absolutely bully this guy, piece him up, and once again make a great opponent look fairly ordinary. Flowz, would you say safe to say that that prediction came true once again?
Yeah. We said it to you. Look at his run. Look at who he's beaten,
and look at how he's beaten them. By the way, look at how he's beaten them.
I mean, they weren't competitive. None of them. He dominates world-class opponents.
He's really special, isn't
he? Yeah.
He's really special, isn't he? Like, we can't, there's no capping about it. We're not, this isn't hyperbole. He truly is a special guy. Like, he's a special talent. And we kept saying it. We said it prematurely, I think, last year or before that. Oh, he's coming, 135 pounders. He's coming. Even when he wasn't at 130, we were saying that he's going to end up at 135, 140 anyways, and he's going to take all them guys out. And it's almost like we spoke it into existence, Flowz, because my man, we know the issue with the weight. He tried to make weight. He claims he tried his hardest to try and make 130. He lost his belts on the scales, but he didn't really care. So his body couldn't hack it no more. I don't know how hard he tried, but again, it's him. Where he said what he said, innit? So, but
I can't lie.
I don't think he tried, Flowz. I can't lie.
I think he tried, and I think maybe the decision was made at some point during camp.
Yeah,
because this guy was he came in at 131.6 or something like that.
Yeah, 131.6. Yeah, or 0.8 might have been.
Yeah. And then he had 4 hours to lose it. I think he tried for maybe 2 hours or something and came back and said, "Buddy."
Yeah.
Now, I know we like him. I know that's our man.
We have to critique. Yeah. No, yeah, it's true. You can't. Yeah.
There has to be some form of criticism. Losing you're the champion as well. You have 2 belts. You're unified champion. Losing your belt to the scales isn't a good look.
As a champ.
Yeah. But granted, at the same time, fighter's health has to be considered.
Absolutely.
Losing weight is not fun and games.
Yeah.
And it's arguably not even a healthy thing to do at all, because we've seen what happens to fighters where we've seen them collapse on scales, we've seen them struggle with weight and go into fights and get beaten badly.
Yep.
So that has to be considered as well. If he's too big for the weight, he's come out, apologized, said his piece, whatever. And he said he's moving up after this because he can't make the weight.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to be, you got to be like, fair play, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or now, losing your belt to the scale. We've criticized people in the past for doing it, so we have to criticize you, Shaq. I can't lie.
Yeah, we do. You always got to keep that air of, I guess, professionalism.
Yeah.
In what you do as a champion, as a face of your division. So yeah, it isn't a good look. I know why, obviously, they've just said, bun it. We're not even going to try it, because to him, obviously, he's beat the men. Well, he's beat them. Obviously, he beat Herring and he beat Valdez. Valdez was considered the man in that division.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can go ahead and it'd be nice to get undisputed. And you know me, I'm for the undisputed thing. But let's be real. These other guys who's got the last 2 belts, they're kind of, I won't say no names, but they're not big names. They're not big draws. He knows the money for him is at 135 and above. That's where the money is. That's where the big draws are, the big names are. So for him, I know he doesn't care. But yeah, no, he's got to hold a bit of smoke for that, for losing the belt on the scales. I remember when we cornered Tank for losing, because he's done it. I think Tank's done it once or twice, where he's, lost it. Well, not lost it, but he's missed weight, etc. So, it isn't a good look. And Shakur, just take that into account. Be professional at all times. But yeah, if your body can't make it, it can't make it. Fair enough. But yeah, let's talk about the performance though. Obviously, against an opponent who we said is very, very good. The fight started off, it's so funny because even in the first one, I thought, okay, Conceição looks, he's come to fight. He's getting his jab out there nicely. He's quite tall and rangy, Conceição. So he's got good jab, good amateur background. Okay, I'm thinking that first one, okay, it looks good. He looks like he's come to fight. This could be a good fight. But then after that round, it's just like Shakur just, how, as we said, he Lil Boyd Jamal Herring, who was a much bigger, taller ring. He did the same to Conceição. He did the same to him. He started beating him up, roughing him up. In fact, all kind of flows. It's almost as if he gave Conceição options. He's like, look, I can either outbox you, which you did in portions, or if you want to be rough, I can rough you up too. You choose one. And it was weird because, there'll be sometimes when Shakur was just outboxing him, countering him, stepping out, hitting him with counter shots and stepping out of range quickly, and just using beautiful footwork, etc., to pivot away. Or there'll be times where he'll be standing there in the pocket with him, banging him to the body, close quarters action, trading with him, and then physically roughing him up. So he gave Conceição a myriad of options in terms of how you want to lose this fight and how you want me to fight you. It just shows how many notches this guy has in his arrow, in his quiver. He's got bare, man. It's ridiculous. So man, just a dominating performance, to be honest. Conceição, I think by the 6th round, he looked like he was dogged out, man. Like he had it. Like, obviously, credit to him, he's a warrior. But he was struggling in the sense that Conceição was very quick to hold. Every time Shakur got the work off, Conceição was quickly happy to grab him and just try and hold and spoil him because he couldn't live with him. He could not live with him whatsoever. So, yeah, man, this kid is scary good, man. Scary, scary good.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me of Ward in the sense that he'll take it to you
however you want it, I'll give it to you.
And it's even whatever you don't like, I'll double. Like, you don't like this? I'll get it. Because you clock he was doing a few low blows in there. Yeah.
He was being rough. He was being hella rough in there.
Bro, he'll do whatever it needs to be done. He can do it however you want it. We can do the rough and ugly. You can fight on the inside. Yeah. And the hardest part, regardless, you can't, he won't give you success.
Yeah.
He's hard to hit even on the inside.
Yep.
When he's boxing and moving, he's hard to hit. There's very little you can do to bro. That's why we can sit here and say, Conceição is a great fighter, but Stevenson's gonna walk through him. He's gonna destroy him. And that's what he's done. Yeah. It's not like, and when you're doing this to high level fights, people say, where's the knockouts? But these are people won't want to fight. And he's doing it to them. He's beating them comfortably. It's crazy, man.
And to be fair as well, he was looking to knock him out. He was trying to, but fair play to Conceição. He did everything within his power to try and avoid that. As I said, the spoiling tactics, the hold in, just to buy himself some time and stuff. But there were times in there when Conceição looked like he was really up against it and he was struggling. And I'm looking at Shakur like, well, this guy wants this knockout. Didn't come, but fair enough. But yeah, Conceição, fair enough. Like he couldn't get it. But yeah, man, Shakur had mean intentions in portions of that fight, and it's a shame he didn't get the knockout because I've been a nice highlight reel for him because obviously it was a hometown fight as well. First time he fought in Newark for quite a while, I think. So obviously he wanted that in front of his fans, but it is what it is. He still was able to dominate a guy that is very, very good. Very, very good fighter, Conceição. So yeah, man, shout out to Shakur, man. He's scary, man. He really is. And we heard about what he said afterwards, obviously.
I'm creasing purely because look at the caliber of fighter he's trying to knock out. Like really and truly. Yeah. This is a guy who's never been knocked out.
Yep.
A two-time Olympian.
Yep.
And he's pushing for the knockout.
Yeah.
This is something they went to go live for death with. Try and scrape a win. Yeah, crazy, man.
Crazy. And yeah, he said afterwards, yeah, obviously he announced that he's going to 135. You know, he called out straight away. He said, Lomachenko and Haney. Let's get it. Simple. He said, you know, he wants to take, he said, happy to fight Haney as soon as Haney's done with Kambosos in the rematch. And if not, he'll take Loma. It's interesting because I definitely feel like, I think the Loma fight can happen, obviously. But I feel like, obviously, Shakur's on Top Rank. So is Loma. And Devin Haney signed that 2-fight deal with Top Rank. Obviously, I don't know where he's going to end up if you go back to the zone or not. But I felt like the plan for Haney was after he deals with Kambosos the second time, it'll be the Haney-Loma fight. But now with Shakur here, I don't know. I guess they'll want Shakur to fight at 135 first, have like a warm-up fight 135 before he goes straight into that. Maybe let Haney and Loma take care of their business first and he fights the winner. I think that possibly could happen, Flowz. For you, is that in terms of a roadmap, is that what you're trying to see as well? Maybe Haney and Loma get it on and then Shakur fights the winner?
I don't think it will happen like that. Purely because
you think Haney's going to move up, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm conscious that Haney is also struggling to make that weight because he's another one.
He's big.
He's been at that weight for a time. He's big as well. I think Haney, he's undisputed now.
Yeah,
he will defend these belts in a rematch.
Yep.
And if there's, I'm not quite sure on the contract because I believe that he has maybe another fight with Top Rank. Maybe it's just these two. Okay. But I believe he might do the Lomachenko fight after beating Kambosos for the second time, and then move up to 140, or he'll just move up to 140
after he beats Kambosos.
Yeah, but he doesn't strike me as a ducker.
Of course, no, he doesn't.
He doesn't strike me as, and to be fair, it's not really ducking because if he can't make the weight, he can't make the weight for too long. I still think these men will see each other at 140. I think that's where they're all going to end up because a few of the other men have run up there with doing.
I still can't believe Ryan Garcia ran to 140. You know, that's funny to me. That's hilarious. After years of talking smack on Haney's name and etc. Yeah, Ryan Garcia got no belts.
Shakur's part of the reason they man ran. I'll be so real with you. They knew he was coming.
Yeah.
So Haney grabbed the belts and Shakur's coming. It's long for them in that division. Get out there quick. Get out there in advance. So then man moved. We don't know what division Tank's in. I believe it's 140 as well.
I mean, his last fight was at 135, no?
Against
who's the guy?
Was it not Rolly?
Yeah, that was at 135.
No, it was at 140, I swear. Was it not 140?
Rolly at 140, are you sure?
Because Rolly was talking about he wanted to move up to welterweight.
Hang on.
Check. It might be 135. I don't know.
It was for the regular 135 title.
Regular.
Don't forget, Tank's got the regular one.
Yeah,
Tank's got the WBA regular. So yeah, that fight was on 145.
Oh yeah, because it is.
Yeah, Rolly's no 140 pound.
My man was talking about he wants to move up to 140 as well. He said that, and he said he might move up to 147.
Boy,
but
but yeah, when you say that you don't know what division Tank's in, it's funny because obviously, he goes back and forth between 135 and 140, depending on who's there, etc. So strategically,
because they were talking about they tried to slag the regular belt as the title again.
Yeah, remember, man. We know what they're on, but I
remember.
Yeah, we've been saying for years Shakur's coming and he's here now. So certain man got the hell out of there. I would love to see Haney and Shakur fight at some point. And if it doesn't happen 135, it definitely will happen at 140 or whatever. We'll see, hopefully. But yeah, Shakur Loma it's a beautiful fight too, to me. That's an amazing fight. Love to see that. I heard previously, obviously, I know them two have sparred before and Shakur's been involved in Loma camps. I've said it before, that I heard stories about how apparently Shakur gave Loma some good work. So I feel like those two know each other well, so we could see that happen at one point as well. I think it would be lovely to see, in an ideal world, Haney and Loma get it on and Shakur fights the winner. But yeah, if we're being realistic, that possibly won't happen. But we should be able to get, hopefully, Shakur or Loma at least, because Loma won't move up. He better not because he's too small. So yeah.
What would be more? Loma's got a fight lineup, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so. Let me check who it is.
I was gonna say what would be more realistic, because if the winner of Loma, let's say the winner of Loma and Haney will be the undisputed. Shakur will be a voluntary defense.
Yes.
And is he big enough of a draw? Is he high enough reward for their man to even want to do that as a voluntary? So, yeah, I think Shakur needs to like do more to, because right now he's high risk, low reward for anyone.
Yeah.
So unless he's got a belt or built his profile slightly a bit more, then yeah, that man could. It's the smart thing to avoid him. Really and truly, let's put it that way. It's the smart thing to avoid him. But yeah, he's coming. It's
Flowz, he's here.
Yeah.
This is the way he's here.
No, he's coming for them. He's coming for them.
Yeah, he's coming.
He's coming for all them people that we put in the hat. Tiafimo, Garcia, Tag,
Flowz,
Haley,
just out of interest.
Lomachenko.
Just out of interest. Does Shakur beat Loma?
Yeah.
Does he beat Haney?
Have we asked this before? Who did I pick? The You've not asked this before, have you?
I don't think I've asked this before.
I think he does.
I think he does too.
I think he does.
I've got him beating Haney because
I think he does.
For me, they're both like if we're talking skill level, both top tier. But Shakur just has a bit more of a mean streak compared to Devin. I feel like, and they show me that he can slang and bang, or he can box. Whereas Haney, I know, is more of someone that's just going to box you, as opposed to being rough in there in the trenches, too tough. Well, I know Shakur is happy to be in the trenches if he has to. So it's just, he just has a bit more chinks. It's a bit more notches. So yeah.
It's a split decision.
Yeah.
It's a split decision. Could be a draw. Could be one takes
but I know this
one,
for sure.
One takes the other one.
What Shakur's doing to these man, he's going to do to Haney. He's not going to make them look like he's not going to. No way. Haney's.
Yeah.
Let's put respect on Haney's name. He's not going to let himself. He's not going to let. He won't go out like that. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not. Hey, yeah, it could be a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
That one, because
yeah,
that's a good one. Tough to predict. That's a real 50.
That's a 100% 50-50. 100. I don't even. I'm not gonna, because there's certain other, obviously there's Tank that core Tank. That's when I'm asking serious questions, because
I know who I'm picking.
Because I know who I'm picking between Tank and Haney. I've said it before. I think Tank.
Oh yeah, you said Tank. Yeah,
I think Tank's gonna get it, but still. But Tank Shakur, I have to seriously ponder that one.
We need that, right?
Tank's jarring, man, because we're not going to see these fights. Well, it's not his fault. It's Floyd's fault. It's PBC, but
he's partly to blame. I don't care.
Huh?
He's partly to blame.
Yeah, we see these fights. It's pissing me off because Tank should be in these fights. But anyways, we're not talking about Tank right now. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Did his thing as we knew he would. He's here at 135 now. You lot have been warned. Some of you lot saw it coming. You ran. I hope the ones that stick around fight him. I want to see some good fights, man. Cool. So moving swiftly on. The big UK heavyweight fight. Well, the big heavyweight fight that was in the UK on yesterday. Joe Parker, Joe Joyce. Yeah, Flowz. It's not rare that it's not often that me and you are wrong.
Yeah.
No, our track. Let's be Flowz. Our track record is exemplary. Like, it's a very good track record when it comes to predicting fights and winners and how it goes down. So we both said that we felt Joe Parker will just have too much ring savvy, ring generalship, too much speed for Joe Joyce. So I'm coming here to give Joe Joyce a bit of flowers. You know, shout out to you, because that is a big win for him. He did this thing. It flows. You can laugh, but it's a big statement win there. Big statement win.
I'll give him these flowers.
I can't lie. So yeah, Joe Joyce, he stopped Joseph Parker, stopped him in the 11th round. It was a typical Joe Joyce performance. It was a typical Joe Joyce performance in the sense that he came forward, or as you like to say, Flowz, he trudged forward. Because you just call it, you say he trudges forward.
Plodded forward.
Plodded forward, jabbed all night, and just threw all night, and just kept a lot of pressure on Joe Parker. And Joe Parker in the end walked. That's it, really. And even though he kept coming forward and he was open to being hit and got clocks with big shots, big high quality shots that might have deterred some other heavyweights or stopped them a little bit, Joe Joyce is built in such a way that he can take these huge shots and not even blink, bro. It doesn't even faze him. If he's throwing a combination and he gets caught with a big shot, he will finish that combination and throw some more. It's unlike anything I've seen before, to be honest, Flowz. That chin's, you said it, that chin's fake.
Yeah.
That chin is very, very fake. And that is what has eventually broke Parker down in the sense that, to me, Parker was landing the better shots throughout the fight. The eye-catching, if you want to call it eye-catching, the quality shots, the quality work was all coming from Parker, contrary to what the commentary had you believe. We'll talk about that. But yeah, getting caught. But Joe Joyce was able to take those shots and keep throwing his own. And eventually, I think by maybe say the fifth round, sixth round, Parker looked shattered. He was fatigued, knackered. Fourth even, yeah. Breathing heavy, kept going to the ropes. Obviously, I knew Parker would be on the back foot throughout, but he was looking to go to the ropes and just chill there. And yeah, Joe Joyce did his thing. I can't lie, Flowz. He's long to fight. He's very, very long to fight. He's a problem. I'm going to say that he's a problem because of his style. He has a style as well that always makes it look like he's dominating the fighter. Even though to me he loses rounds. He loses rounds to me. But when we talk about the story of the fight, he's always going to look like he's controlling the story of the fight because he's always coming forward. He doesn't flinch when he gets hit, and he throws a lot of punches, high volume. So it's easy to think that this guy is mashing work and dominating his opponent, even though not all of those punches are landing. Those punches aren't really clean. They might be just mainly jabs that are landing, etc. He will always look like that, and I think that's what the commentators bought into as well. But yeah, huge win. Yeah, go on.
Would you rate that performance out of 10 from Joe Joyce?
From Joe Joyce?
Yeah.
It's if I'm being kind, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's about 6.5. Really, it's about 6.5. But I'm gonna be kind and say it's a 7. Because he still gets. Yeah, okay, go on there. If you ask, I'll tell you why my reason. But yeah.
Yeah, I asked purely because I after the fight, got on Twitter. Yeah. Well, we watched the fight. Where was it? Yes, we're recording on a Sunday, so we watched the fight last night, Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday and today, I'm seeing everyone saying, "What a performance! The best he's ever looked. 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Brilliant performance. He gives everyone hell now. He beats Usyk. He beats AJ.
Yep. I saw all that. Yeah.
So I just wanted to find out your opinion, whether you agree with those sentiments or but you clearly don't. You've given him a 7.
Yeah, it's because it's okay. It's a typical Joe Joyce performance. He's always looked like this. This is what he's always done. Mm-hmm. I guess high marks should be scored in the fact that he stopped a quality of heavyweight, a heavyweight that's never been stopped before. Because Parker's a real tough guy. Like Parker's real hard to stop. As you can see, he's never been stopped before. So
yeah.
But I'm just watching it round by round in the sense that Joe Joyce, he still gets hit way too easily. And because of his hand speed not being the quickest, he doesn't necessarily always land his best shots because of the fact that he's quite easy to counter and to maneuver around, etc. As I said, Parker was landing the better shots throughout the fight to me. But Joe Joyce is just because of his ability to just take punches and not stop throwing and not stop coming forward. He can afford basically to rely on his super chin to block punches basically and get his own work off, knowing that the fact that he will always eventually get to you because this constant pressure and this constant volume is going to wear you down and break you down and break you down and break you down. But performance-wise, I would rather not see a guy get hit so much, or I want to see more fluid combination punching from a fighter, etc., which he doesn't really give me that. So yeah, 7 is still a good performance, but it's still good. 7 out of 10 is still 70%. That's a first class degree, bro. That's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna go and say 10 out of 10. Like, come on now. Like,
yeah, I don't know how people are giving it 10. Well, first and foremost, I had him losing the fight against most other people, and I get why Joyce is so effective and so good.
Yeah.
And to beat him, you need to be a certain style of fighter. There's like two options to beat him. You've got to be able to hit super hard where he actually backs up, which to be fair to him, he's fought a puncher in Daniel Dubois and not backed up, an inexperienced puncher, let's say.
Yeah.
But Parker's not a puncher. Parker's not a big puncher. He never has been throughout his career. Not from what I've seen. His speed.
It's always speed for Parker.
It's always been his speed. And I think why we got it wrong is because we still associate Parker with the Parker we've seen throughout the years. This iteration of Parker with Andy Lee, we saw it in the last Chisora fight where he comes forward and tries to be a big puncher, and he couldn't get a tired Chisora out of it. Remember, we criticized him for that.
Yeah, Flowz. This version, what I saw last night, I was surprised.
Yeah.
In terms of, I expect, like I said, you're right. I expect to see the Parker that was quick on his feet, quick hands, in and out. He looked like he's like, obviously it's Jojo's so he was still able to avoid quite a few stuff, but overall, his movement was rubbish yesterday. I was let down by his movement yesterday. I thought he'd be a lot lighter on his feet. He didn't move that well. He came in his career heaviest. I don't know what Andy they're trying to turn him into. I don't know what they're trying to turn him into some monster. He's not that. His speed is his strength. That's it.
Yeah, that's the Parker we know, and I think that was our downfall. We know Parker a bit too much. But what we saw yesterday was, yes, he was moving, but he was just backing up. He wasn't light with his feet. He wasn't in and out. He was just backing up and trying to get away, kind of thing. Yeah. He was on the ropes. He was just backing away, and he looked tired. He's career heaviest. Yeah. He looked tired, and the problem is he don't have the power to give himself any breathing space. So when he lands, he thinks, I've landed a big shot there. That will kind of stop him in his tracks. I can have a breather. We're going to reset. Not with Joyce. No. Joyce's key attributes is constantly trudges forward, and the exchange doesn't end because he keeps throwing. Yeah. So whether you win that exchange and you think, I want to reset, nope. He's going to still keep coming forward, swinging. Yeah. And if you're going to be standing there in front of him and not use your footwork to get out, and you think you're just going to have time to stand there and chill and you can posture, that's not going to happen. He's just going to keep swinging. So I think he drained Parker with the constant pressure, with the fact that his best shots were being taken. Yeah. So when I see that performance from Joyce, I think Parker made it easier for him because he was just trying to land the big shot here and there. Yeah. And trying to win exchanges, which he was doing to me, but he was allowing Joyce to get off his work. Yeah. So to beat Joyce, a Fury who's light on his feet, who's on a box and move. Yeah. And he's big as well, who can hold him and grips him up and get out of there quicker than he is. And Usyk will piece him up. Yeah. He's not just going to stand there. He's got the head movement. He'll bounce around. He'll move.
A Wilder
who's got the power to maybe say, better stay right there. You ain't coming forward after this.
Actually, I really want to see that fight now, you know. Because this Joe Joyce chin is strongest selling point now. I want to see if it holds up to the Wilder power, because the chin is crazy. Let's not cap for it. It's a mad chin.
It's fake. He got caught with huge bombs and didn't even flinch. He didn't even stop in his tracks. He just kept coming forward.
It's mad.
And like you say, that will influence anyone watching, because some of these fighters, they even take light shots and their head bobbles and all this. Yeah. He just keeps swinging. It's scary.
Joe Joyce will always win the story of the fight. For the most part, in the sense that because of the fact that he doesn't flinch and you're going to see someone he keeps throwing, he's landing, or he's jabbing or whatever. This guy's countering him, but he keeps walking forward, looking strong. The other opponent, now you landed your best shot, it hasn't even done anything to this guy. Naturally, you're deflated, thinking, "What the hell?" Like, yeah, it's. He applies a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure he applies. It's easy to say that he's dominating a fighter and he's winning the story of the fight because of that.
The mental pressure as well.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. It's definitely mental. Bro, you've thrown the biggest bomb of your career. There was one uppercut that Parker landed, which was so peach. Joe Joyce just threw a punch straight away. You can't. Like there was no step back, nothing. I said, nah.
Yeah, it's a cheat code, man.
It's a cheat. It's crazy. It's crazy. And
hit someone with your best shot, and then you're thinking, yeah, they're gonna be buzzed there. They're gonna just stop. Nope. You just see his arms flailing still.
That's it. And the thing is, even the punches that Joyce throws, they don't even look like they have much power behind it. But because obviously he's a big guy, he's a very, very big, and he was at his career heaviest yesterday as well. He's a big, big guy. They might not look like they've got purchase behind these punches, but they're clearly doing something. He's grinding you down, just like he did with Daniel Dubois. He ground him down eventually, and it got to him. I think he got Dubois in the 10th, 11th round as well. Similar sort of
sixth.
Was
it
that early? Right.
When did he take the knee and call it a day?
I thought it was later than that. I thought it was later rounds.
Yeah. It was. You're right.
It wasn't that early, but
yeah.
But
it was like the 10th or 11th. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he grinds you down just off pressure alone. And the fact that, look, I can take your biggest shots, you're not going to take mine. Or eventually you'll fold from mine. So he's long, and he's a very long fight to deal with. Very, very long fight. I do think he's beatable. Obviously, he's beatable. And as you said, I got those comments. Guys straight messaging me saying, Joyce beats AJ. I'm being serious. He beats him, blah, blah. To me, he hasn't beat any of the top guys still, if you ask me. He hasn't beat any of the top guys.
He doesn't beat the AJ that we knew before. The AJ.
Yeah. Maybe this current AJ, I'll probably still back AJ's too. Even this current AJ, I'll probably still back AJ. I think AJ can AJ hits hard, as we know. I think AJ can really boops it real quick. But
he can't do the hesitation thing where he steps in ways and don't throw it. You got to throw it.
I think
Joyce is gonna throw it.
Flowz, I think he could beat Dylan White.
I agree with you.
I think he gives White a long, long day. I won't lie, because I don't know if White, unless White lands that peach of a left that he has, it could be a long night for Dylan. He is a problem. Don't get me wrong, he's a problem. But I think the top guys, i.e. the Furies, the Usyks, and even though I don't consider Wilder a top guy, Wilder's got the power that I think will deter Joe Joyce. And make him think twice from just pulling him forward. Because until he gets cracked hard enough, Flowz, he's not going to change his style. Why would he change it? He's gonna keep doing what he does. I'm gonna plod forward and keep throwing. My punches will eventually land. You're gonna eventually get tired. And to be fair, for such a big guy, his engine is incredible. I can't lie. For such a big guy, because he's huge. And he doesn't stop. There's no slowing down of activity. It's from start to finish. He's gonna keep throwing those punches. Those awkward looking. It doesn't look right. It looks very awkward the way he throws. His
jab is
kind
good.
of. Yeah,
bent arms. His jab's solid.
His jab is superb, by the way. He's got a very, very good jab. I'll give him that. And
you can see the damage his jab does. It doesn't look like the best jab in boxing, but the damage is clear.
Yeah. It's because he's very heavy-handed, clearly. So, and in the 11th round, he got to Parker in the sense that it's interesting because Parker, to me, a lot of the times when they had Parker in trouble, it wasn't so much that Parker was hurt. It was just fatigue. To me, Parker was just fatigue. He was just shattered. But Parker was doing the thing where, even though he would look tired, obviously Parker's a warrior, as you know. He's a very tough man himself. He would, every time it looked like he was seriously under it, he would just explode with the combinations. Parker was trying to steal rounds, to be honest, Flowz. He was trying to wait till the last 40 seconds or a minute, and then he would explode into action with some combinations, and then sort of retreat backwards to the ropes. But obviously he can do that because he's a lot quicker than Joe Joyce, so he can get his work off. But obviously doesn't deter Joe Joyce. But I think in the 11th round, he got caught with one of Joyce's slow-looking, long hooks that's just dropped him. And Parker didn't know where he was, bro. He didn't know where he was. When he got the count, even when he got up from his feet, he looked like he was just still dazed, eyes closed kind of thing, glazed over. I said, yeah, it's done. It's done. Fair play, because no one's done to Joe. Well, no one has stopped him. So I said, it's a big win for him.
Yeah, it's credit to Joe Joyce. But yeah, don't overhype him, please. Don't do that. Don't overhype the performance, because the art is hit and not get hit, and he gets hit far too easily.
Yes. For my liking, for me, that's why he loses rounds to me. So
yeah, he does.
He does lose some rounds. So,
but granted, the landscape of the heavyweight division right now, he beats a lot of these, man, just based on those attributes. He's huge. The engine. He beats a lot of these.
Yeah.
But Fury, Usyk, no. AJ, I doubt. Wilder will be interesting. he beats White for me just
Yes.
based on his attributes.
Yeah.
I'll
Absolutely.
give him that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mentioned earlier about how Joyce tends to win the story of fights and has this dominating aura, and how, you know, even the commentating team bought into it. Let's talk about the commentary flows, because I know you weren't happy with it. I went on the timeline. I could see that also people picked up on it. It was very, very biased last night in favor of Joyce, wasn't it?
Bro, from the first round, from the very I was like, what is going on? I was like, what are they doing? Because I think, did I maybe give the first round to Parker? I can't remember. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
From the very first, I was like, what's the commentary on about? Like, I was so confused. They were crediting Joyce with landing shots that he didn't land.
Yeah.
They were completely ignoring Parker's work.
Bro.
I was just like, did they mention that Parker's early body work?
No. Oh, no, they did. No, they did say Parker. They did say Parker was going to invest in the body. They did.
Anyhow,
they were ignoring. No, Flowz, you're right. They were, because I remember there was one time when Parker landed the peach of a shot. Yeah, they said nothing. Flowz, it was quiet. You could hear crickets, and then Joyce landed some like small body shot that kind of got partially blocked. I said, "Oh, great shot to the body for Joyce." I said, "Wait, did you just miss what I just saw?" Parker just landed. It was bad. It was bad. There was
one where Parker landed a huge shot and Joyce swung and missed. I said they both trained good shots here.
That one killed me.
Oh, the Parker landed multiple good shots. It wasn't even one.
Yeah, it was a
landed a good combination.
And
Joyce swung and missed.
And they moved like Joyce even got the better of that exchange. Like he hurt it. Like I thought it was a Joyce didn't even land. Yeah, it was mad. It was mad.
And they were just giving rounds to Joyce. Joyce would miss the whole round, just apply pressure in terms of moving forward.
Yeah.
And throwing but missing.
Yeah.
Parker's pot shotting him, landing big shots, jabbing, moving. And they were like, oh, the volume here is too much for Parker.
Yeah.
And gives him out. I was like, you lot are bugging.
Yeah.
I wanted to mute it, but I was like, I'm finding this so funny, I want to keep it on. I really wanted to. I was like, I'm finding this so hilarious. I don't want to miss it. I want to catch everything they're saying because it's so funny.
We even said it was almost like they were sleeping, because you remember that we talked about how when Joyce cut Parker, and it was from a punch. You could see it was from a punch. It was very obvious. Like straight away, you saw the face sort of almost like exploded and the blood sort of came out. And it wasn't until was it like off when the bell went, when they said, "Oh,
it was just before the bell,"
or just before the bell? They mentioned it like 15 seconds later. I think Parker's cut.
And he got excited.
I'm there thinking, wait, you caught that when it was, as a viewer, I saw it straight away. When the punch landed, you could see it. The cut
was
happened.
Obvious. And so the fighters' reactions as well made it obvious as well.
Yeah.
That made me think these men are reading off the script. They're not even watching the fight. Their heads down. I say this line about Joyce. They're looking at
the judge that was on his phone. even though it came out, it wasn't his phone, but still that.
Like granted, you can miss the cut maybe based on the angles.
Yeah.
But Joyce stopped fighting because Parker stopped fighting and dabbed his eye and looked at the ref.
Yeah.
And Joyce stopped, and the ref kind of said, "Nah, carry on."
Yeah.
Because it was from a punch, I believe.
It was. So
I was thinking, at least you see their reactions.
I even thought my thing was bugging. I thought, wait, right, they haven't mentioned the cut. Like, what was this some dodgy stream I got or something? Because and it wasn't until like 50 seconds later when I was like, oh, right, they just were late. Crazy.
Oh yeah, he's been cut here. There's a cut above his. That's a complete wrong accent because
the commentary was, and it's good to see that. I guess other people have picked up on it as well. I think they'll mention it on the timeline and stuff. But the commentary was a bit poor on the night, to be honest, and very biased in favor of Joyce. We know it's hard. Obviously, they're naturally going to go for the home fighter, but still, don't be flat out ignoring my man's work, man. I don't like that. Don't ignore it, man. Come on.
You see it too often, man.
Yeah, we know. I feel like it's almost borderline impossible for people to be like neutral and unbiased. But when it's a guy you're meant to be pushing, in fact, the promotional company's probably been telling him like, "Yo, commentary team, push my man. You got to, sell it so that people know that think that he's winning the fight because obviously he's the guy that, they put the money behind, etc." So yeah.
They might as well do the WWE thing if they're going to do commentary like this.
Well, one good, one bad.
One good, one bad. And
that's a classic combo in WWE, man. You got
literally might as well do that thing.
And,
at least let us know what it is.
Yeah,
but the bias thing's tiring.
Yeah, man, for real. Actually, I thought and Jerry's always sided with the villain.
Oh man.
I think we've encouraged this before. Sometimes when you're going back to watch fights, watch it with the commentary off, watch it with the sound off, so you can get like a proper unbiased view in terms of who you think wins, etc. Because sometimes these commentary teams be moving very, very mad, very, very mad.
And your scoring does typically, early on when I used to watch boxing, my scoring would change drastically after.
After watching the sound off.
I just air the commentary completely more time.
Yeah, sometimes you catch them talking absolute rubbish as well. Just like not saying what happens or whatever, or in the zone's case, fighting with each other. So it happens.
I listen to verify what the commentary is saying. I don't just listen and just take it in. I'm listening and watching what's happening and saying, is what you're saying matching what was actually happening?
What I'm seeing, I test, it goes to many sports floors. I test is paramount.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just boxing.
Yeah, you can't just be going off the commentary, the pundits.
Eye test is what's key, man. Yeah, you got to see, watch with your eyes and you see what you see happens. But again, let's round it off the Joe Joyce Parker fight. Big win for Joe Joyce. Statement win. Definitely his best opponent and his best win to date. Not going to take that away from him. Still the same flaws, but I don't think those flaws are going to be addressed at all. He's always going to be like this in terms of the punch speed and his, the way he takes punches. But it's down to someone to counter that style because it's a very long style to deal with overnight, and you can give anyone problems because he's a big unit and he's got a mad engine. But stopping Parker is no mean feat, man. So that's a top win for him. And obviously he's mandatory for Usyk. He said he's ready. By the way, the post-fight interview was horrible. Just cringy. He's not a talker, as we know, but it was. I didn't listen to it at the time, but when I went back to sort of pre the fight again today, I took it in and I thought to myself, he's not a natural speaker at all. But he's mandatory for Usyk. Obviously, we know what Usyk wants. To be fair, I don't know if that fight's ever going to happen because I feel like Usyk's going to, once he gets the undisputed fight, he's out of here. Once he gets that, Usyk's gone. So, but whoever does fight Joe Joyce next up, you're in for a long night. To be fair, you're in for a very, very long night.
Like you say, he's a terrible talker. I didn't really watch the press conferences. I didn't tune in because there's no bad blood here, really. And the trash talk is going to be atrocious. But obviously, pay-per-view wise, I think maybe Joe Joyce is becoming a bit more of a draw now.
Yes.
I think with everyone loving off the performance and raving about it.
Yeah.
And obviously, this is a high-profile stoppage for him. Great name to have on a resume.
Mm-hmm.
I think Usyk is very much in it for undisputed and then cashing out.
Yeah.
He's come out and said he has 3 fights left. He said, I believe, Tyson Fury, he might have said Deontay Wilder and Canelo. It's funny, but it isn't because that's just what it is.
Canelo. Don't finish me. Oh, so he has got the heavyweight division on lock too. Then we said it was what 4 divisions. That's 5 now. Then 5.
Oh,
flipping Canelo. Bloody
how
hell.
can the unified heavyweight champion call out
the unified super middleweight champion? That's insane.
Anyway, so he's in it for the cash. If you're calling out Canelo, you're not even hiding it.
You might as well call that Floyd, my guy.
He's not even hiding it. So whether Yeah, he'll vacate before he fights Joyce, I think.
Yeah.
Unless the money's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Joyce might fight for a vacant title.
Yeah.
So likely to become a champion.
Look, the way my man was taking punches yesterday and the way I've seen him take punches, I actually bare want to see Joyce Wilder, you know. I think that's such an intriguing fight. That is. I think that's a sick fight now.
But you're saying something. You're saying you want to see Wilder against stiff competition, which
It's oxymoron.
That's against his creed right there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Andy Ruiz could be stiff competition
but he's not fighting Andy Ruiz. He's fighting Hellenius.
No, I'm saying, but yeah. Are you saying nothing like that? Oh,
I don't know. I'm just saying he's not fighting.
Flowz, it's got to happen because but Flowz, boy, if it doesn't happen, that's mad because PBC do keep it in house, as we know. So
I don't count my chickens before they've hatched. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Andy Ruiz has been put down, dropped, all of this. So
we've said the key to beating Andy Ruiz is boxing the outside. You boxing outside, you can't beat. It's easy night's work for you. So.
I do think he will fight Andy Ruiz, but I'm just saying I'm not counting my chickens. So
yeah,
let's see.
Let's see.
It's good to have Wilder back though.
Yeah, yeah, it is good to. And obviously, when the time comes, we'll talk about that Hellenius fight. But yeah, shout out to Joe Joyce once again. We look forward to seeing what's next. You've definitely announced yourself a bit more.
What next for your boy? Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna skip him. Yeah, go on.
No, he's not my boy. First of all, let's not do that. I don't know. He's more your boy than mine. You're the one that said, "Yeah, I'm going Parker straight. I don't even need to think." I'm surprised you're taking so long to think. That's what he told me. But yeah, boy, yeah, it's 3 losses now. So what? That's AJ White, Joe Joyce. Damn, he hates the UK. The UK heavyweights been getting him down, boy. 3 times. Yeah, I don't know what next for Parker. You know, obviously he's not really. It's quite clear to see that he's not. Obviously, he's a big name, obviously former champion stuff, but he's not putting up any more roots in his division now. That's it. I think it's just money fights for him now. Let's be real, just money fights. I don't see he doesn't beat any of the top guys.
Gatekeeper, you're saying?
Well, I wouldn't say gatekeeper, not that level, but it's. Yeah, let me not be disrespectful and call him a gatekeeper because he's not at that point yet, but he's not pulling up any trees in terms of title contention. He beats all the best guys, to be honest. For him now, maybe it's not early up and comers, but guys that are good, maybe have had 1 or 2 losses as well. Maybe trying to get back on the trail, to get back on the sort of title contention trail again. Maybe fight some of those guys, rebuild with them perhaps. But he doesn't have. We know he doesn't have the killer instinct to match these other guys. And I don't know what Andy Lee and them lot are trying to turn him into because that version of Parker's not it. Mm-hmm. They should have kept Parker light on his feet with his quick hands. That's the best version of Parker, as we know. You know, the Parker that throws those beautiful combinations. But we've missed that the last couple of fights now. So yeah, if he goes back to that, maybe he can have a bit of success. But this current version of Parker is not beating any of the top guys or the contenders. If you ask me, Flowz, I won't lie. It's not beating any of them. So yeah, I
struggle to see where it goes from here.
It's money.
Right.
Look for the money fights if you have to.
Yeah. To be fair, granted, we did pick him to win this fight, and I've put that down to the version of Parker we're used to. Yeah. But we were very critical of him. Like we ruined him last fight against Chisora.
Yeah.
We did cook him badly. We said, you not being able to stop Chisora means you're not a factor in this division anymore.
Yeah, we did. I remember that so clearly.
We cooked him.
Yeah.
So it's funny that we still even picked him to win, but so yeah, maybe we're disrespecting Joyce a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
I'll hold my hands up because I straight up picked Parker. So maybe I have disrespected Joyce. But it's down to him getting hit as much as he does and him trudging around. But yeah, I struggle to see where Parker goes from here. He's gonna have to try and face up and comers who are meant to be contenders and try and earn his name that way again. Because I don't know, maybe fight an Ortiz for someone. Maybe those are the options for him.
Yeah.
But
maybe,
then, man,
maybe rematch Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do them man want to fight him? Does it make money? Who knows? Maybe Wilder might want to fight him. Yeah. There might still be fights out of him if he's with Sky now, I believe.
Yeah.
So maybe Sky can, Ben Shalom can pull a few strings for him and get him in a few big more fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ain't seen the belt.
Nah, he's done in terms of contention for the. Nah, he's done. Done a long time ago, almost. Shame. I remember when Parker was first coming through, he was very exciting to watch. A lot of people talking about him. To be fair, he says he's had a good enough career. World title, at least he got a world title, and fought in unification, etc. But yeah, I guess the heavyweight division just moved past him, and he's been left behind. Is what it is. And if he had a bit more killer in him, he might have been able to get a couple more results out the way. But he's a nice guy, isn't he? Just a nice guy. Very, very nice guy. So shout out to him. I'm sure he's had a good career though. All right. One more fight to touch upon before we round up, Flowz. Kid Galahad, Maxi Hughes, at 135, fighting for Maxi Hughes is his IBO title, which isn't a major world title, it's just a minor title. That's the belt that the IBO is what Eubank was parading around as a world title. And still has it in his bios and stuff that he's an IBO champion, etc. But yeah, I think it's another surprising result here, Flowz. Kid Galahad lost to Maxi Hughes, his 135 debut. What do you make of this one, Flowz? Because it was a close fight, competitive. Some people said it was very scrappy. Some people say it wasn't a great fight to watch or score, but very competitive and scrappy. But for you, was this did the judges get it right on this one? Because they gave it to Maxi Hughes on the MD.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I watched the fight back, and yeah, it was. I didn't mind the fight. I thought maybe because I knew the result by the time I watched it, I didn't mind the fight, so I could. I liked what Maxi was doing. Galahad was trying to do his whole switch hitting thing, switching. And Maxi was upsetting the rhythm. He was trying to catch him in portions. He was apply pressure. He would tie him up when he needed to. Use the jab to try and upset his rhythm. Granted, Galahad's probably the more skilled fighter, and I think we both expected Galahad to win.
Yeah.
We just thought he would be a level above, but moving up 2 weight classes is difficult. And I think Maxi Hughes done enough.
Yeah.
So especially with because there was a point deduction for Galahad.
For the head button.
Yeah.
And that was towards the end. Towards the latter rounds, yeah.
Maybe the 10th. I thought it was a harsh point deduction.
I thought so too, yeah.
I
think one of the ones where I feel like that was one of the ones, that certain people, we see in football all the time when certain players or people have a reputation in it.
Yeah.
So when they do certain things, they get harsher discipline. And Gaia has a reputation of being a bit of a dirty fighter.
Yeah.
So that could have been one of the ones where the referee thought he kept boring with his head, etc. So yeah, then because even Maxi wasn't really complaining or anything. He wasn't really remonstrating to the ref that he'd been butted, etc. The referee just took Galahad away and was like, 1 point deducted. So he seemed a bit harsh to me. Yeah,
he's been picking on Galahad the whole fight from like the first round, saying stop stepping on his foot and all this.
Yeah.
And
because to be fair, Galahad he is a practitioner of a dark arts. Let's be real, he is. So
he does do it, but I think the ref was onto him far too. Just a bit too much. And I think with the point deduction, Maxi got it for me. I think he deserved it. He landed some good shots, eye-catching shots. I don't think he deserved to lose as such. So I wasn't mad at the score.
I think one of the cards had it like 116, 111 or something, or 117, 111, etc. And I thought that was super wide. It was a lot closer than that. But when I was watching, it was weird because obviously it was Maxi coming with the volume and sort of the activity. And Galahad was, I guess, trying to box Maxi Hughes in the sense that he was fighting behind the jab as he always does. He's got good jab, Galahad. But he wasn't really, he seemed a bit tentative to really throw combinations together, Flowz, like he could have.
And I think Maxi was disrupting that partly.
Yeah, I think partly that being disrupted by Maxi, but also I almost felt like there was still some lingering doubts in Galahad's head based on what happened to him last time. in the sense that against Martinez, Galahad tried to come forward aggressive, tried to throw combinations, blah, blah, got caught with a peach of a shot and got knocked out. So I almost feel like that tentativeness was also brought on from that, maybe some lingering demons from that last bout against Martinez. But yeah, it was, like I said, the jab was there, but not much else in the sense that he wasn't really throwing combinations and following up like he could have. And the opportunities were there for him to do that. Whereas Maxi was, as you said, disrupting the rhythm, jumping in and out, throwing a lot of punches and just being quite aggressive. And I think that's what swayed it. I guess that volume and activity swayed it for the judges, swayed it for myself as well. But I thought this like Galahad, obviously, I think like he felt he won. And I remember listening, obviously, when you hear in the corners talking and stuff, and Dominic Ingle was saying, you're miles ahead. You know, he was telling the guy that he's miles ahead. They felt like they won it. They felt like they cruised to a victory there. They fully outboxed Maxi, etc. But I wouldn't say so. I definitely feel this is an opportunity missed for Galahad. I think he could have beaten Maxi Hughes. And as you said, he's a better boxer. But his tentativeness let him down in this one, man. Big time.
Yeah. I don't know where Barry goes from here, to be honest.
Bro, it's a bad loss. Well, I won't say it's a bad loss, but it's two back-to-back losses where he was expected to get the W. Two very uninspiring losses. Boy, you jumped out to a new division, you've lost straight away. Boy, and this division 135. Let's keep it a buck. He's not seeing none of the champions. He's not beating any of them.
Move back down, bro. Well, he can't make
126.
126. He can't make 126.
I feel like he can make 130.
That's open now.
Yeah,
but even then, I don't think
even
the upper comers, you ain't touch it.
Yeah, even at 126, with Barry. One part of why he was so successful at 126 was he was bigger than everyone else.
Yeah,
he's quite big for 126. But 135, he's not the big boy no more. These guys are as big as him, so you can't really weight bully anymore compared to he was doing in 126. So that's already an advantage taken away from him. And then you've got these guys who are 135 who are probably, or not probably, they are more skilled than him. Don't get me wrong, Barry's skilled. He's very skilled. But we're talking Loma, Haney, Shakur, Stevenson type skill. It's different levels, B. It's different levels.
Yeah. Losing to Kiko Martinez.
And then Max.
I'll struggle to see where he goes from here at the top level.
Yeah.
Run it back with Maxi Hughes, and maybe, but why would Maxi Hughes want to risk that?
Yeah. And fair play to Maxi. He's on a bit of a streak. 6 in a row now, I think he's won. So he's on a bit of a shout to him. He's clearly got, he's doing well for himself. But he wasn't expected to win this one. I think most people would have picked Galahad to get this. And it's a huge career win for Maxi. And it's a bit of a shocker for kids still. Bit of a shocker. I'm in the same boat as you, man. I don't know where he goes. If he wants to stick it out, if he wants to stay 135, run it back then. Yeah. If he wants to stick. But if not, go to 130. Try there. That's it really. But let's call it a day there then. Some good boxing this weekend, man. And again, big win for Joyce. We'll see. Flowz, it's almost like it's pressure now for you, for Joyce, I mean, because now the eyes are on you. So you got to keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't change up now. I want to keep seeing, quality opponents now. And let's see if you can really hang with the big boys. Let's see if you can hang.
Yeah, I think just by the time, have a nice, easy run out. Or maybe they will give him another tough test, but you could chill because I don't think Usyk's going to fight him. So you keep calling out Usyk's name, keep doing that.
Okay, then. Flowz,
I imagine.
Question. Yeah, go on.
Go on.
No,
I imagine Usyk will vacate the belts before he fights.
So if with counting on the Usyk fight it's not happening. So in terms of a next opponent for you, is there anyone you'd like to see? Ideally him. Ideally in the. Is there anyone you'd like to see him with in the ring? Ideally,
Joyce.
Yeah.
Not really. Anyone.
Yeah.
It's because I'm just trying to be realistic. He's mandatory for Usyk now. He'll probably have a nice touch, a nice run out. It won't be too tough a test. But it's the usual names in the mix. Luis Ortiz, give it to him. Otto Wallin. Yeah.
I'll see that.
The usual names. Emmanuel. It's like, yeah.
Do you want to talk about what the update for the AJ Fury joint?
Yeah. You can give the update.
Basically,
but I ain't discussing it.
There's a new deadline that's been set. Fury's come out and said something about if they want the fight to happen, AJ's got to sign the contract by Monday the 27th. No, Monday the 26th, which is like now. So new deadline for the fight.
AJ said, he'll sign it, but it's with the lawyers. Frank Warren has said, no, there's no deadline, that they have a meeting on Monday. Eddie Hearn says, we're not signing it.
Yeah, and Hearn basically said it's not happening.
And says, we're not signing it on Monday. We have a meeting on Monday.
And Shane Fury's come out and said that they've got Char ready or something, right? Yeah. He said that they've signed on. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Shane Fury said, I think this was before this was like Friday.
Yeah.
Shane Fury said, or Thursday even, that he thinks Fury will fight Manuel Char. That's his blood brother, Shane Fury. He's right there in the camp. And Manuel Char himself says December 3rd.
He's giving it. He's giving it on Instagram.
Says watch December 3rd.
Man said, "Don't run, pussy."
Like the date's been agreed with Manuel Char, and he's already talking. Yeah, December 3rd. So yeah, like we said, how many episodes ago? Anyway, let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I don't want to chat too much about it.
That's it. No, that's it. That's the update, Flowz. That's it. Boom. Episode 109 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I've been your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And keep liking, subscribing, tuning in. Peace.
You should get a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.